Okay, so my name's Gareth Cook. I've come from the Leeds Rhinos Foundation to come and talk to you about teamwork, inclusion, and the similar things that happen at our club as the same as your school. Is that okay? As a foundation, we do an awful lot of work around inclusion. So whether that's Assemblies, to promote the fact that we are an inclusive club, talking about our physical disability teams, learning disability teams, and of course our wheelchair. And this year is the first that we've actually been able to launch junior versions of all those games. So we're trying to get more children engaged, especially, and a free offer as well that's not always accessible to young people and their families. This is our 55th assembly that we'll have done this year, engaging over 10,000 young people from little tiny tots in reception through to year sixes. So it's about inspiring them and educating them on key issues around respect, inclusion, challenging stereotypes, and how they can work as a team to achieve a certain goal within school. So because of how you look, I'm going to say you can have the rest of the week off, but that's not fair, is it? That's not fair. So I'm singling someone out just because of how they look. Okay? So because we're an inclusive club and you're an inclusive school, sit down, you have to come to school the rest of the week. Okay? I think the biggest thing is it provides opportunities. That's not just to play some accessible sport and physical activity and using Rugby League as the vehicle, but also the key messages that children need in everyday life, about treating each other with respect and making people feel welcome. And like I said earlier about challenging stereotypes in schools, we know that school can be very difficult sometimes, and we know that Leeds is a very multicultural city. We've got people with different needs, but it's embracing all those people and making them feel welcome.
My favourite part of the assembly was talking about the different teams, because it really surprised me how there is a wheelchair team and a netball team. It makes me feel happy because people actually care about being included.
As a school, we look for children being inclusive, and we want to promote that inclusivity across our academy. So actually for our children to recognise that it's not just a men's Leeds Rhinos team that's quite widely popular around Leeds, to recognise that there's a netball team and things like that, I thought was really great for the children.
My favourite part of the assembly was that everyone was included, and even the staff, and that everyone learned something but also had a lot of fun at the same time.
So I learned today that being respectful and teamwork and inclusion is important to other people.
It's so important at our school and any school, I think, for children to learn about inclusion from a really young age. As the special needs coordinator, we have children from with lots of different differences, which we embrace fully. But I also think it's really important for them to understand that they're in charge of their future, and there's no one can put a ceiling on that.
And our physical disability team are people who maybe can't play the full version of the game. They've got to play a slightly different version of the game to meet their needs. But they're also part of that Rhinos family, and they are also Super League champions. Part of today is to raise a bit of awareness about the work we're doing for the Hull KR game, which is our inclusion round with the club. So we'll have representatives from our physical disability men's and juniors team, learning disability men's and juniors team, and of course our wheelchair team. But it's not just about working with those groups, making sure that the game is fully inclusive to everyone, whether that's people with certain needs or whether that's people in mainstream school, that we're celebrating inclusion. It's not just exclusive to certain people. We want everyone to attend and feel welcome at Headingley Stadium. Have you enjoyed the assembly? Yeah! Remember, if you have enjoyed the assembly, we are the Leeds Rhinos. If you haven't enjoyed the assembly, we are the Castleford Tigers.